And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop. I got one. Set, go. 55 to Mike. Go. 55 to Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike, 55. Now.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-30. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. Cooper was the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Look at me, zipper. Ringo. Light.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
Hey, team 6. Come.
Throwing, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Now Barkley stripped of the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So, line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's brought down. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Cooper's first catch and good for a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Prescott to throw on 4th. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Barkley. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Let's go, baby. Smooth. Get that ball. There we go.
Now Jones on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in this last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat...
And nothing but daylight ahead. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, Doug.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one is running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Set. 60 yards. Leo.
On first down, Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Russell Shepard, the intended receiver, but now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jones now operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. This is Elliott. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. They go to Elliott again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they will finally get him down up at the 42-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You draw quarter. Hard, hard. Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll go to Barkley again. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, check right.
Off play action. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Check safety, check safety. Alert 3, alert 3.
Yo, jackrabbit, come on.
Check.
80 weapon. Gone. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A good pickup there, a 22. Jones now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
High 7. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. He's back to throw, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Short boot, take it at the 21.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for the Cowboys, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.